Hello everyone and welcome back to my loft. Today I have these two chairs. I got them from like the Dollar Tree store thing and I want to do something cool with them. So basically I took a photo of them and I'm going to draw fairies sitting on them. So it looks like there's like a cartoon fairy, but it's on this real photo of a chair. And I thought it was a good idea to start sketching without a reference. And then I wanted maybe her arms, but definitely her legs to be crossed in a nice sitting position to make it look like she was really sitting on the chair. So I actually started searching up references to try to do this sort of pose. And the only references I could find were from like a side angle. So actually, I decided to stop this and delete it and take a new photo of the chair at its side angle. And then, just like from before, but I didn't show you, I lower the opacity of the layer of the photo so I can actually see better. So as you watch this time lapse of me drawing the sketch of the first fairy, I'm going to explain this video a little better. I'm going to draw 3 different fairies, and the best one, I'm going to actually finish the sketch and color it and everything, and that will be for the best one. I'm going to draw this one, which is an adult, and then a baby one, and like a teenager one. And it's going to be really cool, and they're all going to be fairies, and they're all going to be wearing different outfits, and it's going to be really cool. So anyway, I was trying to get the good face. I always struggle trying to find the perfect face and expression because there's so many different eyes and stuff to pick from. And there's so many different combinations because there's different ways to draw noses and mouths and eyes and eyebrows and everything. And then I thought maybe I should give her like one of those flower crowns because those are super pretty. But that didn't really work out with the hair I was doing, so I decided to drop that. And then I started on the clothes. Okay, now I'm going to try my best to explain this to you because I was super indecisive at first. And then I thought I'm going to go all out for this outfit. So first, I made like a 2-layer skirt. And then I did like this top that had like a knot in the middle. And I made some like jewelry in her hair. And I went back to the top and made a design on it. And then I added some like little thingies to the skirt and a necklace and like a veil coming down from the top. And I started on the shoes and I made them really pretty and they have like flower petals on them. And then I decided to do like the wings as like butterfly wings. And yeah, it's very overwhelming. Then I went right into making the next fairy. I lowered the opacity of the chair, and then this one is going to be the baby. So my idea, as I kind of did with the first one, is just baby sitting on a chair, maybe holding a wand of some sort. That could be cute. So first I started on the head, which I kind of do any other way, except I kind of make it like the bottom smaller. Here's a little time lapse of my trial and errors. Yeah, so this is obviously wrong. Don't even look at this. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, here's when it started coming together. I was able to pick a completely different position and a completely different like style. And I decided to give her like a giant flower hat. I thought that was really cute. And earrings on her ears. And the little downturned wings. I think she came out adorable and was definitely worth the trial and error. I changed the angle again for the teenage fairy, but I have like this vase in the background and there's like this indent in it. And it was really bothering me. So I decided, you know what, I have to draw over this to hide this little indent on the vase in the background. that nobody would notice anyway. So I made a little flower on it, and then I added another layer, switched the opacity down to 50 or so, and I got to sketching. So since I've been doing a different position for every fairy, I need to do a different position for the teenager fairy. So I got started, but I realized that the proportions in the face were off, and then I thought, okay, I'll just go to the arm, but then the arm was off. So I actually got rid of the background to help me focus, and I tried to draw the shapes that I saw in my reference. And then what I actually did was I went over it to kind of get rid of the extra shapes, if you know what I mean, the extra lines. Then I went into doing the face. Again, I couldn't decide what face I wanted to do, and then I couldn't decide what hair I wanted to do. But I decided on like this curly, long hair. I think it really works. Then I gave her a corset, and it has like little flowers on the top. And then I gave her a belt with like long leaves attached to it as a skirt. Then I started on her wings. I made the wings very different than my other wings. I think they came out really pretty. I love the different patterns. And it just looks so interesting and fairy-like. But now it's time to look at all the different fairies and decide which sketch to finish and color. We're going to look through them one by one. And so first, let's do the one that took me the least amount of time at 28 minutes, which was the, drum roll please. That's a really bad drum roll. That doesn't even sound like drums. The baby fairy. Yeah, I think she came out really cute. I love like her little shirt and her earrings. So yeah, we're also going to look at her without the background because I think it's easier to see. She still has some of the sketch lines. But yeah, there she is. Okay, next we're going to look at the one that took me the second least amount of time at 56 minutes. Which was the teenager fairy. I think this one came out really, really nice. I'm not sure about the face, but I really like the wings. Let's look at her without the background. There she is. This one, this one might be the one I finish. I really like this one. So let's add the background back. And now the one that took me the most amount of time, the first one I did at 1 hour and 52 minutes for a sketch is, of course, the adult fairy. I think she came out pretty good. I feel like her face might not, or her head shape might not be proportionate for the rest of her body, but otherwise I think she came out pretty good. Her design is definitely a little complicated and harder to follow along with. Okay, I've decided which of my sketches to finish and color. And it's the baby fairy. I bet I faked you out with that one. You probably thought I was doing the teenager fairy, but nope, I want to do the baby. She's so cute. I love her design. It's like not too complicated. It's not too simple. So let's get right on to the outline. I just feel like she came out so cute. And like, if you picture a baby fairy, is this not what you're picturing? Because like, look at her. I feel like she's the most proportionate out of everybody because she's just a baby. They're pretty. She's just a chubby baby, you know? She has like the cute cuffs, shoulder thingies, flower thingies, as her sister, and I think that's a really cute detail. After I outlined her, I colored and I shaded. I added blush using an airbrush effect, but ended up toning it down quite a bit. Anyways, here's the final reveal. 3, 2, 1, and here she is. I think she came out so cute. You can see the slight blush, and I love her downturned wings. Maybe she hasn't learned to fly yet. I think it's a cute detail. Anyway, leave your name suggestions in the comments, and while you're down there, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!